Last year we built this trail through these woods. Over the winter some trees have fallen down. This little one here, and then we've got this guy here, which if you remember was one I pointed out last year as being dead and needed to come down anyways. So that works out, but now we need to get it cleaned up. Our plan is to use this section of woods to run the pigs this year. And so we want to use this trail as kind of the access point. Basically, I have two main objectives today. One is getting these down trees that are across the trail cleaned up. The second objective is to set up a source fence so that we can run our paddocks and run them off the source fence. We found it's a lot easier to do that. I'm standing right here in the center of the trail. We shoot the first fence from here, right up that way to that lamp post. Then if we come back over to this side, the fence will continue on right down this way. There's a little bit more cleanup on this side, but we'll kind of be between this big tree and that pile of sticks. I think that might be all the cutting we need to do, and the rest we can just pick up with the tractor. I've got it really from here back. It can stay there. I just want to get this piece here across the trail. Well, that should do it for the trail. I think what I'm gonna do next is there's a couple of logs and this pile of sticks that we dumped. If I just push it up this way, kind of behind this tree, then it's not gonna be a perfect straight shot across the trail, but that'll give us a nice, from right here, going that way, I won't really have anything to clean up in terms of getting an area prepped for the source fence. So I think I'm just gonna see if I can push this up the hill, and that'll save me from having to go through and cut all this little stuff out of here. We'll put a T-post right here, and the source fence will go right straight through here. And then a T-post right here next to this pine for the source fence. And this section here in the middle of the trail, I'm just gonna use, I'll make it separate and put a couple of gate handles. It's just gonna be 2-strand wire fence, but I'll just use gate handles to make this so we can disconnect it and be able to still get through here. So the source fence will kind of be 2 pieces with a gate in the middle basically. So I'm gonna turn my focus to the front half here, which is where we're gonna get the pig set up first. This is the only tree in the path of our source fence, and it looks pretty dead to me. That ought to do. It's too tight to get the tractor in this spot, so this is just gonna be all handwork, but Again, I just need a small section. This is so rotten. I guess maybe it's footwork instead of handwork. I just need to be able to get clear enough so that I can run the wire through here, and with the pigs, the bottom wire is only about 6 inches off the ground, so it doesn't really work well to go over logs. I think that'll do. Really wasn't bad at all. The fence will just shoot right through here, all the way down here. So now that we got our pathway cleared, the next step is going to be to set posts. I choose to use T-posts for the source fence because this is a more permanent installation, and the fact that we're going to use it all season, and rather than just like a step-in electric fence post, the T-posts are a lot more solid. So I'll post at the beginning, and then wherever I want the paddock divisions to be, I'll put a T-post going along the line. Then I'll come back with the electric step-in posts and use those just to fill the gaps. This is my portable electric fence system that I use for the pigs. This is something we developed last year, and it works really well for us. It's just a reel with 3 strands of wire all wrapped around the same reel. Then they run through the electric step-in posts. I've got them spaced higher right now because we're using this for the cows, but I'll reset them down to about 6, 10, and 18 inches or so is what we run them at. With the source fence, we only set up 2 wires, and really that's all you need for pigs, about 6 and about 15 inches apart. But I did the 3 on these reels because I figured since they're portable, there's possibility that there might be some more sag in them and things like that, and I just figured having an extra strand in there couldn't hurt. I found this to be a lot easier to set up, particularly in the woods, than trying to deal with an electric net. At the corners, I use these rebar posts, and these rebar posts have these nice insulators that allow the wire to slip through really easily. So rolling them up and unrolling them, they go around the corner, and the rebar post, particularly, this is I think 3/8 rebar, which for this height is plenty to keep it from flexing and bending over. The step-in posts, they kind of bend at when they're used in the corner position, and the rebar works a lot better. It's their dinner time, so they're pretty hungry. This guy right here, we're calling him Gimp. He's got a sore front leg, and he's hobbling around. It's gotten pretty swollen. We're gonna leave him in the stall and try to just move the other 2, but we'll see how that goes. Come on, pigs. It's been a very rainy week, and they've got it all tilled up. All right, Run, 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 run. Well, that worked. Grab that bucket.